What up? What up? What up? A tap. I'm Compression. This is the Monday jump off number 120. 120. Moving and grooving, people. Moving and grooving. Feeling good. Had a good competition, and I'm gonna go into that later. But let me do some housekeeping. So go to www.prtl.com or as I say, www.portal.com. Use access code Be Elite for 15% off everything that they do, from your strength training to your recovery to any vitamins and minerals that they have there. Use that and get 15% off. Also, check out my site, www.beelitenyc.com. Support the brand. Grab yourself a hat or something like that. Definitely, I know I've been saying it for a while. New gear is on the way. New gear is definitely on the way. And yeah, chilling. Um, Elevate, the link for Elevate. The mind matters. It's good to work on your math. It's good to work on your reading speed. It's just a cool app. I really enjoy it. So I'm sharing my link for you. Hopefully you can try it out. Get your first week free of Elevate. Use it. Keeps you sharp. Also check out Medicines of Essence if you're looking for a doula or a team of doulas. So they have a really great company, these two sisters, and yeah, it's just good to have options, right? Outside of the regular hospital way, natural birth. I'm a big fan of it. So, Medicine of Essence, that is also in the description. Um, they cover DC, New York, Jersey, and some other states. And hopefully, I have another one coming soon. So, there you have it. Yeah, it's Monday. Today's topic is how to gain toughness. But before I go into that, I want to read from Alana Von Sant, Acts of Faith. I think this is a good book to have. Today is May 1st. We'll just jump right into the paragraphs. Have you ever wondered why certain people are expected to do things a little faster or better than everyone else? The simple answer is because they can. Have you ever wondered why you are expected to do the impossible, achieve the unattainable, or overcome the insurmountable? Very simply, because you can. You know, you can just look at somebody and know they can do it. Well, the exact same thing is true about you. Unfortunately, we are not always aware of just how magnificent we are. The same light all others see shining blinds us about ourselves. We become content being like everyone else when something inside tells us we are not, but we plod along being angry or bitter when others expect us to do what they cannot. The key is not to do what others do and say, it is to know we can, believe we can, and do what we can to the best of our ability. If we know what to expect from ourselves, we will always live up to our greatest expectations. I am expecting as much as I can because I can. It's really powerful. And it goes along to what we are dealing with today in gaining toughness. Now, certain people think toughness is just doing incredibly hard things. Yes, sometimes that is toughness. But to gain it, you have to do the easy, small things. You have to dedicate yourself to something, a purpose bigger than yourself. And that's how you begin to gain toughness. All right, let me give you some examples. If you are overweight or you want to improve cardiovascularly, it might be really tough for you to jog to the corner, right, of your block. Just jogging to the corner in your block and back home and back. Try to do that 2 times. If you've never ran before, You're starting to build toughness. Doing the little things, getting up 30 minutes, an hour earlier, just to read, just to have tea, just to sit alone, just to think and process your day, to think about what you want to do, what you want to be committed to, what you have to do, what you do not have to do, who you have to call. Toughness. Staying mentally prepared for things. Toughness. Getting your debt in order. Toughness. Um, Texting your friends to see how they're doing or calling them. Toughness. A lot of things that might be easy for others is hard for others. But doing the small things, becoming systematic, creating a system for your life. Yes, knowing when to go with the flow is a plus. We're not robots, we're not doing the robot dance, but having a system that works for you and that's propelling you forward, that's propelling your family forward, that's positioning you to do the things that you want to do for your family, for yourself, for your community. It's going to be very important because you can, and that's what you're supposed to do. Um, Small steps. Now, martial arts. I do believe everybody should do a martial art of some time. Boxing, kickboxing, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, wrestling, old school karate, Japanese karate, like Goju karate, Shotokan karate. Um, just do a martial arts, do some training, even if it's just twice a week, right? If you can only do twice a week, do twice a week. I think, of course, 3 to 4 times a week, it's a lot better. But if you can only do twice a week, dedicate that hour and 15 minutes of learning something, doing something hard on the body. You're gaining toughness. Being in difficult situations and you have to think through it, you're gaining toughness. Doing a Spartan race for the first time, even if it's just a basic 5K in the stadium, you're having a good time. You're not going to get all muddy and stuff. You just got to run through the stadium and carry the water jugs and do all the cool stuff, like cool obstacles. You're gaining toughness. You're getting better. You're taking yourself out of your comfort zone, right? And I think that's really cool. When you've been in your comfort zone for too long, the contentment that you have will ultimately breed a form of resentment in yourself and weaken you. So you always want to do something, even if it's just a small change, even if it's like, oh, it's the weekend, I'm just going to do a vegetable fast, raw vegetable and fruit fast, like once a month. Just toughness, just gaining new skills. I'm going to read one book a month. That's 12 books out the year. Because the average person, they say once college is over, if you even went to college, once college is over, they only read like 1 or 2 books a year. And if not, sometimes zero, depending on their profession. So that means most people are not even keeping up with their profession and then complaining about not propelling forward in their career. You got to think about that. That's the craziest thing. A lot of people want things that they should have, but don't want to put the work to have it. It's wild. Oh, somebody asked me what I was drinking last time. Saban, um, Amazon Energy. It's just acai berry, passion fruit. It's good. Sometimes I start my week off with one. Learning something new, putting yourself in a different position, getting yourself to a position to be over others. And your primary goal is to make the platform better, the situation better, and to add on to the people now that you're over, right? And also you're going to add on to yourself because now you have to learn more and read more and grow more and learn a whole new system, operating system, and place your ideas in a connective way to web it in and to weave it in and to join a team. It's all part of toughness. And toughness is doing hard things and new things and difficult things with a certain level of joy. Because you got to enjoy the process. It's not necessarily the goal. Yes, the end goal is cool, but it's the process. And once you start to enjoy the process, ooh, baby, you're in a whole nother level, whole nother realm. So that's some tips to gain toughness. I think do those small things, get up a lot earlier, sit, even in some places, just sitting and doing something your kid likes to do. Meaning if they like to paint, just paint with them, even if you don't. Even if they like to play an instrument, just sit and be like, hey, could you teach me how to play Mary Have a Little Lamb on the flute or the piano? Whatever they've been doing, gain a new skill. And that's going to help your toughness, and that's going to help your ability to adapt. Like toughness is a lot of the times our ability to adapt to new situations and to try new things and to prepare ourselves for new things. And yeah, toughness. Okay, so our book of the day, and then I'll continue on with some hip hop stuff and tell you also about my weekend. Um, Ready to Run. Now, this book here by Kelly Starrett. This is just such an incredible book. Incredible book. The 12 performance things you must work toward and develop on an ongoing basis, how to tap into all your running potential and access a fountain of youth for lifelong running, how to turn your weaknesses into strength, how to prevent chronic overuse injuries by building powerful injury prevention habits into your day, how to prepare your body for the demands of changing your running shoes and running techniques, how to treat pain, sweating, cutting, edge modalities, and accelerate your recovery, how to equip your home mobility gym, a set of mobility exercises for restoring optimal function and range of motion to your joints and tissues, how to run faster, run farther, and run better. Ready to Run. I think every trainer, every single trainer should have this. No ifs, ands, doubts about it. Have this. Ready to Run. It's a really, really good book. I really enjoyed it. When did this come out? Yep, had it since 2014 when I heard about it. It's a long time. This is a good book. Awesome book. Awesome stuff. Just it's just good. It's a great book. So I had my jiu-jitsu competition this weekend. I came in number 3, lost the first match by 2 points, lost the second match by 4 points. But overall, it was a really good time. It felt good to get back on the mat. It felt good to compete against really strong guys, really strong competitors. And just can't wait to do it again. So the smart thing, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do like a 20-pound weight cut. I'm just going to stay on weight, right? I think it was too drastic on my body. Like I couldn't even eat the day before. Like my last meal, like Friday before Saturday weigh-in, was at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I wanted to make weight. And yeah, I'm not 20 anymore. I'm double 20. So I know don't look it, but this is really what 40 looks like when you take care of yourself. This is 40. This is how 40 should probably have always looked like. But society has become a lot easier. We have a lot more things we can care for and take care of ourselves with now. So it's all to the good. But what I realized is that from training and being in bad positions, I never worried about the submission or anything like that. I felt good. And guys put me in some really good positions, but it was a good time. And you learn, right? So I had a weekend of learning. And I thought that was really cool. Like I was just receiving like all the education. When everything was over, hands was waved and everybody hugged. hit the podium. Everybody got their medal, got a smile on my face. They had their smile. They even had their, their big pose, number one, as they should feel. But I say all that to say this. Some things, it's just the learning. So I really just enjoyed the process. Shout out to my team at Dan Culver, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Man, I can't wait to see you guys later today. I went to do cardio yesterday, Sunday, and I just feel good. I feel good about the whole thing, and I'm just going to stay on my natural weight now. So no more going up. Like, there's no need for me to leg press like 1,000 pounds or something like that I was doing. I'm just going to stay on my natural weight and just be better prepared so I can eat regular and do regular things. I don't have to wait cut. I just walk right in. Hey, I'm here. Boom. Let's go. And I'm not saying that's why I lost. I'm just saying, like, worrying about not being mentally worried about what I was supposed to be. Let me not say worry, not being mentally focused on what I was supposed to be focused on. I do think that plays a role, right? It's like an unnecessary stress. So yeah, learned some stuff, got even tougher, and picked up, I think, a new friend or two from my division. Followed me on Instagram, wrote a nice post underneath my post, said he was a tough competitor. I think that's just so cool. That's how you put it in the right work. So even in defeat, you're gaining new things because you're doing the tough things. You're putting yourself out there. So I say all that to say this: my next hip hop album, because I'm doing 25 hip hop albums because it's the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So today should be number 18. I believe number 18. We have Snoop Doggy Dogg with Doggy Style. I think this album is a must. It should be in your favorite album category. With so much drama in the LBC, it's kind of hard being Snoop D-O-double-G, but somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky. Yo, may I keep yo, just a phenomenal album, from Pump Pump to Murder Was the Case, Gin and Juice. Oh man, just it takes me back because when that album came out, NBA Jam just came out. It was a time, man. It was a time. We were young, but that was a time for sure. So hats off to Snoop, Dr. Dre, and all of them. What a phenomenal album. It's one of my favorite albums, and I think it should definitely be in your top 25. No doubt about it. No ifs, ands, buts about that. Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. All right, team. We're coming to a close. Once again, everything that I mentioned is in the description. And yeah, like, subscribe, share. Let's put out something positive to start our week. And I'll see everybody next week. Remember, you're the king and queen of your life. Make the best of it. Peace.